very moment, right? I know it was no. I know that it was no touching. I know that it was no kissing. Same thing I said about the other chick. Oh, he be at my bar. The world keep looking for a reason to break my family up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Enough is enough. I am sick of it. Let it be one family that sticks together. Let it be one couple that makes it. Put some respect on my name and on the Harris name. You gotta stop it. Stop playing with me. And I'm not gonna say it again.
What in the Tyler Perry plot twist is this? Queen Yandy Smith, Mendeecees, and wait for it, Tamar Braxton. The streets are buzzing because Yandy and Mendeecees already come with more drama than a full season of love and hip-hop.
This house is going to come down. It's going to be me or Mendeecees that are taking it down brick by brick. That's it. Nobody else can do it.
But now word is swirling that Tamar got herself mixed up in this too. And that's tea hotter than a kettle exploding. Allegedly, someone close to Tamar spilled that she really was with Ment, and Yandy has supposedly jumped in the conversation herself. And you know what she's doing? Exactly what she always does when these cheating stories pop up. Defending her man like her whole reputation depends on it.
Everybody in Atlanta and everybody knows it.
You're not going to talk to him like that.
But I am. And what are you going to do to us? And what are you going to do?
You're not going to talk to him. Don't play with me.
What are you going to do with him?
Play with me with him. Play with me with him. I promise you.
Reports are saying Yandy is even threatening to handle it if anyone keeps pressing her about this. Now that's some heat. Let's not forget, Yandy and Mendeecees' story goes way back, all the way to 2006 before they officially tied the knot in 2015. Together, they've got 2 kids, Omer and Skylar, plus Mendeecees has 2 more from past relationships. But the one thing their timeline has been full of? Scandal after scandal. Every few months, it's either another rumor or another messy situation, and this latest Tamar twist is just the newest layer on a very chaotic cake.
It's like this high school game we playing with each other. You do something to me, I do something to you, right? When they start to see signs like the ring coming off or we not following each other, they try to put this puzzle together and create their own narrative.
So what?
Yeah, I'm telling
So
you. But
what?
listen, we hurting each other, right? And not only we hurting each other, we hurting these kids.
And DC feels like there is truth to what my friend is saying.
Have you ever had a physical or emotional affair on your husband?
I've definitely had an emotional connection with someone outside of my husband, and we had to deal with it.
If you want proof this marriage hasn't exactly been picture perfect, just rewind to their own words on Love and Hip Hop. Mendeecees openly admitted on camera that he thinks about divorce every single day and said flat out their marriage feels more like a business deal than real romance. Can you imagine saying that about your wife on national TV? And to make it even wilder, Yandy herself once confessed she had an emotional connection.
I am beyond crushed. This was the closest thing I've ever had to a brother.
It is back to back to back posts. What was that final argument about?
Nothing. I'm telling you. A small disagreement we had was about Mendeecees. I just felt like, he was too involved with the things that were happening, and I just said I need some space.
With someone outside their marriage, she tried to downplay it, saying it wasn't cheating, but still admitted it was something she and Mendeecees had to work through. So here's where it gets real messy. The latest word on the street is that Mendeecees was allegedly getting a little too cozy with none other than Tamar Braxton. Now, Tamar just went public about a terrifying accident. She said she literally woke up in a pool of blood with a fractured nose, missing teeth, and serious mobility issues. She admitted she's still so weak that even talking is painful. And she begged fans to keep her in their prayers as she fights her way back. That's some life-changing trauma right there. But here's the kicker. Right before that accident, Tamar was seen at the V12 Lounge in Atlanta. Insiders claim they spotted her and Mendeecees looking a little too close for comfort. And get this, word is she even invited him and a couple friends back to her place when they left around 1 a.m. That's way past business hours, don't you think? Now, the timing here is wild. On one hand, Tamar is fighting to recover, asking for prayers. On the other, Mendeecees is already neck deep in rumors about stepping out on Yandy.
You something, Yandy ain't exciting him no more. Let me tell you something, Mendeecees is cheating on Yandy, loving Hip Hop Atlanta. Are you getting this? Are you following me? The AA show is reporting live, loud, and proud, honey.
Put those two storylines together and boom, the blogs are eating this up. Some say Tamar is the mystery woman in Mendeecees' saga, while others are brushing it off as a case of fans jumping to conclusions after a late-night sighting. But let's be real. How often do you just bump into someone like Mendeecees in Tamar Braxton's circle out of nowhere? Apparently, he's been tapped to play the leading man in her new visual project. If that's true, it explains why they were side by side at the club. Maybe it was business, maybe it wasn't. But here's the thing. Business meetings don't usually end at 1 a.m. with an invite back home. That's exactly why people are convinced something more is brewing between Tamar and Mendeecees.
So I was talking to my niece the other day. And
Oh my gosh, why do you look like you want to cry? What is wrong?
my niece told me that she was at a club and Mendeecees tried to holler at her.
When?
A couple months ago. I know he found her on Instagram and I had her send me the snapshots.
This is DM? Tell me the name, because I'm in his DM.
Robin.
And the streets have gone even further, whispering about Tamar's accident itself. Some are asking if Yandy had a hand in it, or if it was the ancestors sending a warning sign. Now here's the twist. Tamar and Mendeecees haven't confirmed this so-called collab themselves, which leaves everybody wondering, was it really just business? Or is something extra brewing behind closed doors? And honestly, with the way both Yandy and Mendeecees have been drowning in cheating scandals lately, I wouldn't be shocked at all if there's more to it.
Try again, mother. It's been a hot topic about Mendeecees and I for some time now, and I'm sick of it. This is not a marriage for your clickbait. This is not a marriage that you can tear down simply because you thought you had me caught in a DM or you thought him had him caught in a DM. So next time you think that you're gonna turn my household up and down, think again.
Just look at what popped off a few days ago. Yandy's former best friend and hairstylist, Brian Jameson, went nuclear on Instagram. He accused Yandy of using a trip to London as cover to creep behind Mendeecees' back. He even said those allegations crushed her, but that didn't stop him from spilling. Brian flat out claimed that Yandy was messing around with a fitness trainer, and when Yandy's supporters tried to drag him for it, he doubled down. He told them Yandy basically ruined his own romantic relationship because she allegedly booked a hotel room under his name. That made his partner think he was the one cheating, not Yandy, and she supposedly never stepped in to clear it up.
She hit me in my face, and I'll beat your ass. Don't ever get my face again, bitch. Take your asses inside.
So now he's out for revenge, airing her business for the whole world to see. And just when you thought this couldn't get any messier, the trainer himself, a man named Michael, jumped on Instagram stories to set the record straight. He wrote, "Out of respect for everyone involved, I've stayed silent as the internet did what it does. But to be clear, yes, I was involved with Yandy Smith. And it wasn't just a one-time thing. It went on over a period of time. I'm not here to argue, defend, or point fingers. I take responsibility for my part. And moving forward, I won't be speaking on this again, respectfully. Let's all move on. Now let's flip the coin because Mendeecees hasn't exactly been walking around with a clean slate either. When it comes to cheating allegations, Yandy's name only started popping up recently. First with that trainer rumor, then her own confession on Love and Hip Hop about an emotional connection. But compared to Mendeecees, child, her mess looks like a tiny drop in the ocean. For years, Mendeecees has been wrapped up in back-to-back scandals, leaked DMs, shady late-night sightings, random women stepping forward with stories, and even his own castmates throwing slick shade. The list just doesn't end. Take Sierra Gates, for example. She had fans raising eyebrows when she hopped online, gassing up the rumor mill by hinting that Mendeecees was creeping with a married woman. Sierra claimed she usually minds the business that pays her, but this time she spilled, saying she'd personally seen him out with a woman named Angie. And not just once. She claimed she caught them together in multiple spots and even said she had receipts in the form of pictures. When the Shade Room pressed her for details, Sierra didn't exactly back down. She admitted she spoke directly to Yandy about what she'd seen and even mentioned Angie by name. But after that, she went quiet. No more mentions of Angie, no receipts dropped, and no word on Yandy's reaction. Instead, Sierra switched the convo back to how she prefers spending time with her family, her husband, and focusing on her ventures rather than letting Instagram drama drag her down. Still, she admitted that she let negativity win that night and regretted putting the video out at all. But it doesn't stop there. Alexis Sky and one of her friends once went live on Instagram and straight up claimed that ever since Mendeecees and Yandy moved to Atlanta, he's been creeping on her. According to them, he just wasn't excited by Yandy anymore, and that's when he started stepping out. Alexis didn't hold back. She straight up warned Yandy to keep Mendeecees on lockdown because, in her words, he's out here sleeping around with everything else. That alone had fans buzzing, but then Tasha K poured gasoline on the fire by claiming she had audio proof of his infidelity. She pointed to alleged voice notes and flirty exchanges that she swore came straight from Mendeecees himself. And just when you thought the lineup of accusations was long enough, Jessica White came forward saying Mendeecees allegedly tried to hit on her niece. So yeah, the scandals haven't just been sprinkled over the years, they've been piling up heavy, especially in these last couple of months. But here's the wildest part. No matter how bad it gets, Yandy always finds a way to shield her man. When Jessica White accused Mendeecees of sliding in her niece's DMs, Yandy didn't flinch. Instead of even considering that it might be true, she flipped the whole story on its head, saying those messages weren't from him at all, but from her. Imagine that, taking the blame just to keep her husband's name clean. That's how far Yandy will go to protect her marriage, taking the heat, brushing off receipts, and making sure Mendeecees never stays in the crosshairs too long. She's even claimed the entire world is just out to break up her happy home. And now, word is she's running the same playbook when it comes to Tamar. Insiders are whispering that Yandy feels Tamar crossed a serious line, not just because Tamar is a star with her own platform, but because she allegedly knew Mendeecees was already under fire. Supposedly, Yandy's been venting to friends that if the rumors are true, she's ready to confront Tamar directly, and not in a calm, polite way either. It wouldn't even be the first time Yandy's gone after another woman for her husband. Do y'all remember when Jasmine Blue put Mendeecees on blast, accusing him of cheating on Yandy yet again? She even claimed the woman he was messing with was too scared to come forward, and Jasmine wasn't the only one stirring the pot. Her friend Erica Racine jumped in too, straight up saying Yandy knew what was going on and let another woman creep with her husband. That's when everything blew up into a heated confrontation outside. Picture this: Jasmine, Erica, Yandy, and Mendeecees all face to face. And Erica wastes no time pressing Yandy. She accused her of turning a blind eye while Mendeecees ran around cheating. And instead of sitting quiet, Mendeecees cut in real quick, basically trying to shut her down with, "Why are you talking?" But Erica wasn't about to let him slide. She fired right back, repeating his words in a mocking tone, then dropped a bomb. "First of all, you done messed with everybody in the whole of Atlanta. And everybody knows it. Whew, that line alone could shake a whole room." From there, things got even hotter. Yandy immediately jumped in, stepping between her man and Erica like a human shield, and checked her for daring to speak to him that way. She told her, "You're not gonna talk to him like that." But Erica clapped back without hesitation. "But I am, and what are you gonna do?" The shouting match escalated, and then Erica claimed Yandy actually swung on her, hit her in the face during the chaos, and that wasn't the only time Yandy allegedly got physical over Mendeecees. Word around the scene is that she's made a habit of jumping in whenever another woman calls him out, ready to throw hands if it comes to that. People who've been around long enough say this has always been her style. Protect the marriage at any cost, even if it means embarrassing herself in public. Now here's where it gets wild. Insiders claim Yandy's telling close friends that Tamar is pushing her limits in a way none of those other women ever did. Tamar isn't just some random girl from the club. She's a full-blown star with her own fan base, her own platform, and the ability to flip the narrative if she wants. That makes her dangerous in a whole different way. Allegedly, Yandy feels Tamar should have never let herself get caught up with Mendeecees, especially knowing how fragile her own marriage looks right now. She's vented that Tamar knows better, and if she doesn't back down, Yandy might have no choice but to check her face to face. People close to her are even saying she's already gearing herself up for a confrontation, just like she's done in the past. But here's the thing, Tamar isn't the type to sit quiet either. If Yandy really comes at her, Tamar's not only got the voice and the platform to clap back, she's also got sympathy right now because of her health struggles. And you know, fans, they love picking sides in messy drama. If this boils over into a full-on feud, people are going to start asking whether Yandy's protecting her marriage or just exposing how unstable it really is. If Tamar decides to speak up, things could get explosive. She's already been through a near-death experience, and fans are rallying behind her in a way that gives her serious leverage. If she even hints that Yandy's trying to bully her while she's still recovering, the internet will eat Yandy alive. That's the power Tamar holds. She doesn't even need to fight back with fists. She's got her voice, her platform, and a loyal fan base ready to ride for her. Now, some insiders say Tamar isn't stressing Yandy at all. Allegedly, she feels like she doesn't even have to respond because the truth will come out on its own. But others claim Tamar's camp is quietly preparing receipts. Text messages, pictures, maybe even behind-the-scenes clips from that visual project she was working on with Mendeecees. If those ever leak, it could flip this whole story upside down. Meanwhile, Mendeecees himself is playing it quiet, just like he always does. Every time drama like this erupts, he lets Yandy take the hits and do the defending while he sits in the background. But this time, that silence might actually hurt him. Fans are already dragging him for letting two women fight over his reputation while he doesn't say a word. Some are even asking, if he's innocent, why not clear it up himself? And let's be real, Tamar doesn't have the same reputation as some of the other women linked to Mendeecees. She's got a name, a career, and way too much visibility for Yandy to sweep her under the rug. If Tamar chooses to clap back, it won't just be a messy Instagram live. It could be a headline-making, reputation-shaking moment that Yandy may not be able to spin her way out of this time. So here's the kicker. Just a couple of days later, Yandy popped up in an interview trying to downplay everything. She brushed off the rumors, the confrontation with Erica and Jasmine, and acted like it was all water under the bridge. She even said she refuses to let any of this mess touch her happy marriage. I mean, if that's what helps her sleep at night, then so be it. But let's be real, nobody's forgetting how heated things just got. And now, Tamar's name is locked into one of the most chaotic, headline-grabbing storylines reality TV has seen in a while. Whether this was just a late-night collab turned misunderstood project, or whether something deeper is bubbling under the surface, Tamar has found herself right in the middle of it all. The question is she walking into dangerous territory with Yandy, or is she about to do what Tamar does best? Flip all the whispers into free publicity and line it up perfectly with her next big move? One thing's certain, this saga is far from over. If Tamar speaks out, it could shake the whole table. If she stays quiet, the speculation only grows louder. And as for Yandy, her protect my man at all costs approach is starting to look less like loyalty and more like desperation. But what do you think? Is Tamar just being messy by linking up with Mendeecees, or is she about to turn this whole scandal into another win for her career? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives into the drama.